Guys, so we have some pretty standard fare here for Northern Ontario. We have a hare, varying hare, and we have a ruffed grouse. So it's always interesting to see what an animal has been eating. And with a grouse, oh, this is hot. With a grouse, you can actually cut open the crop part. The crop is where it's all stored before it goes in the stomach. It's got a whole bunch of wood sorrel, looks like, and maple buds. You see it's got little twigs. So that's what they eat. It's pretty bitter, the maple buds. Whoa. They're very bitter. Let's try the wood sorrel. Oh, very bitter. I wouldn't want to be a grouse. Oh, very sour. I don't recommend you eat that. We're up here in the bush, the real bush, 3 hours north of north. We're trying to get grouse and anything else we can find. Maybe even a snowshoe hare. Oh, man, is it cold out here. What a blast of winter. Whew. It's only early November too. We got our work cut out for us today. Let's see what we can manage. Whew. Not that it's cold for here, but just not ready for it yet. Brutal. Your body's just not used to sub-zero Celsius temperatures. It just kills you. Gotta make the best of these conditions. There's no point in giving up when you drive all this way. I'm about 7 hours from my house. 7 hours. But it's not grouse weather, that's for sure.
Most people wouldn't understand the obsession with grouse hunting. It's a small bird offering a very small meal, but it's addictive. A grouse might appear around any corner, presenting the perfect shot. At other times, you might walk for hours without seeing anything, but it still drives you forward, exploring areas you might not have time to explore while wetting a line in search of fish. In an effort to push my boundaries as an outdoorsman, I decided that my old stomping grounds where I grew up were exhausted, boring, and offered not enough adventure anymore. I had spent more than a few days chasing down birds with Jeremy in the early fall, crossed beaver and moose bogs, thrashed through woods and thickets, and managed to take a few, but it was time to expand my territory and adventure further north, much further north, and not just for small game, birds and hare, but to also make mental notes of future fishing opportunities. Going north of north in Ontario, Canada, 7 hours from my current home in southern Ontario, takes you into some very remote and nearly untouched woodland areas packed tight with many more conifers and deciduous trees. It was a welcome change, because it was new. We passed many small kettle lakes in our exploration, no doubt carved by glaciers, deep holes promising of brook and lake trout, something I wish to explore in the future. But for now we sought a meal, something to catch and cook over open fire, to temporarily quench our hunter-gatherer thirst. While a flash freeze and heavy snow piled on, presenting additional challenges, we didn't give up. We pressed on and made the most of what nature had to offer. Nature is beautiful, but also can be quite cruel and unforgiving. Hunting in these conditions was a real test of our fortitude.
It's much browner than the ones in our area, eh? This is like a brown phase instead of a gray phase.
Yeah, I'll just pull its knife.
It's dead.
Oh, why? Just make it stop switching.
Okay.
People don't like that. Say again?
Just that it's a brown phase rather than the ones in our area that are predominantly gray phase. See how much browner that one is?
What area is this? We're not going to say, eh?
3 hours north of north.
3 hours north of north. Nice ruffed grouse. We'll have to see some spruce grouse around here too.
Nice color on the ruff. In the light, that would be really shimmery, right? Yeah.
Nice mature one too.
Yep.
Not a little skinny first year.
No.
Nice and thick in here too.
This is good habitat. You saw there's like a little creek beside us, right? I always think that's a good combo. You get a little bit of water and a little bit of this thick stuff.
You can't even bushwhack through here.
Not easily.
Not easily. We're going to be relying on the trails, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, good work.
One down.
One down.
9 to go.
9 to go.
There we go. Nice.
Brown still.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the advantage anymore.
No. He looked really strange coming down the road, eh?
We'll take it. Look at the back of this truck.
What's that?
I said, look at the back of this truck.
Oh, it's probably all ice, isn't it?
Yeah. You stick your hand in there and open it.
Oh, yeah.
You can open her up.
Sure. Where's the handle?
In there somewhere. So this started off as a grouse hunt, turned into an adventure, a real Northern Ontario adventure. But we got food. We got ourselves a hare and we've got ourselves a grouse. So we are going to cook it now. You probably don't need a big, because it's still it's dry here.
We're gonna burn the Tim Hortons bag though. That's not gonna be in the picture, right?
Well, it is now.
Yeah.
You say you're gonna burn a Tim Hortons bag? That's what we use for canoeing in Canada.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, this is wet.
The package is wet. One match fire.
Two.
Two match.
2 matches. I doubled up.
I don't think you're gonna get it down far enough from the... There is birch bark in there too, people. It's not just a Tim Hortons bag. So the trick with a condition like this is just make a big fire, because making a big fire is a lot easier than making a small fire, especially when you're getting snowed on. That stuff's burning good, eh?
Yep. Yeah, and if we were hypothermic, we'd be putting trees on there, right? Like, you need a big fire.
Anything you can find, throw on there. And there's plenty of deadwood in here in this stand, so it's not that hard to find it. But we'll burn this right down to coal before we even start thinking about cooking on it. Alright guys, so we have some pretty standard fare here for Northern Ontario. We have a hare, varying hare, and we have a ruffed grouse. And you can find these pretty much anywhere in Northern Ontario. At some point they turn into more spruce grouse than ruffed grouse, which is a kind of a variation on this one. And the hare itself is a varying hare, which means it changes from a brown color, which you can see on the front head here, and on the back it's starting to change color, but it did so a little bit too late for the conditions today, making it a prime target for the hunters, us. So you can see on the belly it's starting to turn white, and in the winter it'll change completely from white, or from brown to white, and it'll be almost 100% camouflaged. I did another video last year on a hare hunt, and the trick is to spot the eye. Although in these conditions it's pretty easy to spot them as brown. Our primary target today was actually the ruffed grouse, and it has similar kind of camouflaging. It's kind of not so lively anymore, but that's a ruffed grouse. It looks very much like leaf litter, so it's very tricky to spot these guys in the bush. Sometimes they're up in the trees, making it even more challenging, but they're about a pound, not very big. Same with the hare, about the same size, and they don't have a lot of fat on either of these two, so not a lot of calories for survival. But if you combine this with something like bear fat and fry it up in oil, it does make a pretty good meal. That's exactly what we're going to do today. So yeah, let's put these guys on the grill. They're really easy to clean, and the basic procedure is you step on the wings with your feet, and then you pull on their feet, and then the whole thing comes apart and you're left with the breast, and then all you have to do is grab the legs. So let's get this done here. I just have one wing there. Here, let's move this camera down. One wing there, and the other wing there. Okay, we're good. Just pull up. So, and well, that didn't work quite as I expected, but we just have to pull the breast feathers out. Like so. We got the entrails there, we don't want that. And what you're left with essentially is a big piece of breast meat here. Pull some of these out, and boy, that crop's full of stuff here. That crop all full of all different kinds of berries and whatnot. I'll put that aside, and we're just going to pull that apart here, and we're going to have the breast meat there, and we're just going to cut the wings off and be all set. Get rid of that, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Bite the knuckle. Break that off. And we'll set that aside. And this'll clean up just like a chicken breast. And then it can be fried. Because it's lean meat, it has to be treated like it's lean meat, so adding some oil is always a good idea. I'll show them what that is here.
It's pumpkin.
Pumpkin from my garden.
It's a knife display board.
So a lot of people have been asking what kind of knife I use. It's called the Trout and Bird by Grouse Knives out of Nova Scotia, Canada. It's a small knife. You can see if you're looking for a big bushcraft knife, this isn't the knife for you, but if you're looking for a everyday carry that you don't know you have, and that's exactly the kind of knife that I like, because half the time I'm checking if I still have it because it doesn't have any weight to it, which is a good kind of knife that to carry around all day with you for that reason. And it inspired this trip. We had intended to do some trout and bird. Ended up being bird. As you can see, weather turned to winter real fast, and that did kind of put us off the idea of going on the lakes right now. They're going to be half frozen anyway. So anyway, and Grouse Knives has decided to sponsor me. So small sponsorship. They're going to send me some knives, some fillet knives, and some other bush knives. And so you'll see the Trout and Bird and other knives by Grouse in future videos. So I would recommend this knife. I've been using this knife for maybe about 5 years now, after just researching a good light knife that would just do light work, gutting fish and light woodwork, and you know, take the wings off a bird. So this is the knife for you. They say it's pretty small and pretty handy, and you can take it anywhere. And it doesn't weigh very much, and it keeps a great edge too. So thanks Grouse, thanks for the sponsorship, and guys, if you're looking for a good quality knife, check out Grouse. So this is maple sugar that I made myself. We are going to make some pumpkin pie. Think that's enough? I
Yep.
think good?
Yeah.
Good?
Yep.
Okay. So
Deja vu.
maple sugar, and we're gonna put some butter in there. Some butter. Is that enough? How about that?
Yeah, that looks good.
That looks good?
Save some for us too.
Yeah. And pumpkin spice. Oh, my fingers are broken. They're so cold. There we go. A little bit. I don't think we want to get too aggressive with the pumpkin spice. That should be good. There we go. And then we're going to cook this and mash it all in there so the flavors co-mingle and make pie. And I should say that this is pumpkin, a pie pumpkin, not a regular pumpkin. And oh no. And these are from a sponsorship from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds, and I made a big garden and put everything together, and yeah, so and these pie pumpkins are absolutely my favorite. I can't get enough of them, man. All right, so confess, you didn't think we were going to get anything, so you brought steak?
Wow, as a backup. You never know.
It's ridiculous.
I've been carrying it around since yesterday.
It's true. We've been working hard on this video.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah.
so what you got? Steak on the coals?
Yep, steak on the coals. So, nothing fancy here. We're just gonna take a steak, put it on the coals, and take another steak. This one's a rib steak. Put on the coals, and we'll check them in every few minutes when the coals stop sticking to the meat, so you can lift the meat and the coals are not stuck to it. Then it's basically done medium rare. Flip it over, do the same on that side. Melt some butter on top, and
A little smoky here or what?
Yeah, it's a little bit smoky.
You got to do that grouse too.
Yes.
In adobo.
Yes. And the pumpkin pie. It's going to be a good meal.
I think so. Very Canadian October, November.
Oh yeah, pretty much everybody's outside doing this. Ready?
Yep, always ready. Alright, so we got some butter. Oh no, no!
Oh, look at her. Where's our fire? My steaks! Hopefully we have enough to cook on here still.
Oh, I don't know. Brutal.
Yeah.
That was not good. Oh, I can't even see. Ah, that was the worst.
That was pretty cruel.
Brutal. They might come back with those steaks.
It'll come back.
Yeah, you say that and you're gonna get another gust of wind. Here it comes.
Well, there can't be that much more snow to fall on us.
There's always more. Don't tempt nature. Brutal.
Poles are still stuck to it. So.
Alright, we gotta do some work here. So we got butter, and what we're gonna do is I've mixed up. That's not even like from the store. That's homemade adobo. Our recipe will be in the description, friends.
That's
good
what you
on.
said on the other video, and then you forgot to.
Well, then I added it after. Good for fish and bird. Alright, you're on.
Come on.
You're on.
Camera's rolling.
Rolling.
I'm eating some grouse, which is really good with that spice.
Here comes the pumpkin pie.
All right.
Pumpkin pie. It's a little runny still, but that's fine. Oh! That was close. Here, take a drink. It's gonna be sweet.
It's hot.
How is it? Oh, you didn't have it yet.
Too hot.
It's too hot.
It's good. It's really good. It's really hot.
Dude,
It's good, eh?
that's fantastic.
I think we'll be able to finish that off. The steak's good.
I could eat just this.
Yeah?
Yep.
All right. I'll eat your steak for you then.
Yeah, it's good. Do it like that. The only thing I would do differently is keep boiling it till it was not as runny, but
Yeah. Yeah, thicken it up a bit.
thicken it up.
It's almost there.
It's almost there. We're impatient, so.
There's some of that grouse.
Yep. All right. What do we got here? Lots of people say we should just eat steak, so here we go. We got steak right beside our grouse, and the rabbit's having a break over there. The hare's gonna be for another time. I don't know if my plate's hot. Warm up my lap. We've also got some other garden stuff. We got sunflower seeds from the garden. I
Nice.
roasted these. Somebody asked me how I made them. I got all sorts of hangers. Dude, it's nasty out here. It's like the real wild. And so these sunflower seeds, all I did was soak them in water overnight, and water and salt, and then the next day just rinse them off and cook them in the oven so they're dried. Have you ever done them before?
No.
Like that? No?
Just pumpkin ones.
So yeah, similar process, except you soak them. And these will pop just like the ones you get at the store. And I had intended to show you about black walnuts. I've made a video about black walnuts before. A black walnut with its cover on. So what you do is you peel this cover off, which is done very simply. You can step on it actually, you just stomp on it. And then you'll end up with something like that. And then you wash this off and then you dry it. And after you dry it, if you take a rock or a hammer, whatever you have handy, and you smash it, on the inside you'll get a fairly delicious piece of nut meat. Some people don't like them, but I do. So I'll just show you here. Pop that open like that. And it's recommended you use gloves when you do this. It has a very distinctive smell, and squirrels will come from a very long way to collect these because there's so much energy in these compared to other things in the woods. So there you go. It's a walnut. Can't crack these open because we can't even find a stone to do it. How's the adobo on that?
On the grouse?
Yeah.
Have some. It's great.
It works. Works for fish and bird. Trout and bird.
It's good, Em.
Really good. And that adobo spice is homemade. It's a mixture of, I think, 4 or 5, I think. You see the grouse meat here? It looks like a chicken breast. That's where your food comes from, guys. All right, that's a wrap.
Yeah. That's a wrap.
All right, we're gonna eat this. If you want to watch us process the hare, because that one's still over there, at the end, in the end screen, you'll see our catch and cook hare, snowshoe hare, and you'll see how we go start to finish on that. Cheers.
Cheers.
Jeremy, One Wild Crafter, check out his channel. All sorts of new content coming out.
Yep.
So it's always interesting to see what an animal has been eating. And with a grouse, oh, this is hot. With a grouse, you can actually cut open the crop part. The crop is where it's all stored before it goes in the stomach. Does it go from the crop to the stomach? It goes to the gizzard.
Gizzard first.
Right, so when it goes in the gizzard, then it gets all ground up. So in the crop, you can see here, it's got a whole bunch of wood sorrel, looks like, and maple buds. You see it's got little twigs, little tiny twigs with the bud on the end of it. Maybe difficult to see, but so that's what they eat. It's pretty bitter, the maple buds. Whoa.
Not hitting the spot?
They're very bitter. Let's try the wood sorrel. Whoa. Very bitter. I wouldn't want to be a grouse. Oh. Oh, very sour. Can't eat it. Maybe it's just burnt wood. Oh, there it is. All right, let's see if we could get this in focus here. I don't recommend you eat that.